It's a bright, sunny day here in McAllen. Wonderful day for a groundbreaking ceremony. My name is Xochitl Mora. I'm the Director of Communications for the City of McAllen, and so glad to welcome all of you here today. I'd like to start off by recognizing all of our special guests here today, including our Mayor Pro Tem, Commissioner District 2, the Honorable Joaquin J.J. Zamora. The Honorable Omar Quintanilla, Commissioner District 3. The Honorable Victor Sebi Haddad, Commissioner District 5. And from our City Manager's Office, we have, of course, our City Manager, Mr. Roy Rodriguez, and Assistant City Manager, Ms. Michelle Rivera. We also have our City Secretary, Ms. Perla Lara, and our City Engineer, Ms. Yvette Barrera. We'll be hearing from her just a bit. From our Health and Environmental Department, I'd like to welcome our Director, Stephen Cansados. Our Interim Parks and Recreation Director, Mr. Denny Maline. And our Assistant Director from Transit and McAllen, Metro McAllen, Robert De Leon. And to all the staff of all these departments who put today's event together, and of course the project partners from all of these departments, thank you so much. And of course to the Office of Communications for keeping everyone informed about everything happening in this great city. From our McAllen Chamber of Commerce, I did want to also recognize Robert Lopez, our CVB Vice President, and our great partner with McAllen ISD, Ms. Debbie Crane-Aliseda from McAllen ISD School Board. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are told to make this quick since it is still a little warm. So with that, I'd like to bring up the Honorable J.J. Zamora for a few remarks.
Thank you, Xochitl. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's another beautiful but humid day in McAllen. I'm especially pleased to welcome you to open up this groundbreaking ceremony for our new Metro McAllen Parks and Recreation Department headquarters, not just because those facilities for each department are needed very much, but also because this area sits in my district. And I know how this project will positively impact District 2 along with the entire city of McAllen. To say this project is long overdue is clearly an understatement, but like any other household budget, we had to prioritize needs over lesser needs, those that could wait a bit longer. So other projects such as drainage improvement took priority, not just in timing, but as well as in budget. Until we could no longer put this project off, the City of McAllen staff began to do the necessary steps to move forward with this project. And then, unfortunately, COVID hit. After the year, the City of McAllen, like everyone else in the world, began to slowly return to normal and bring back projects that have been put on hold. This project is no different. And COVID's impact was still being felt, and the price had risen considerably. Understandably so, as supply chains and labor were all affected by our pandemic. And while the price seemed high, waiting to move forward with this project was not an option for your McAllen City Commission. This facility is not simply a new building for Metro and McAllen Metro and Parks. It is also an upgrade from previous small, cramped, and unusable space that our City of McAllen employees endured to do the job to the best of their ability, and they did so without complaining. Well, maybe they complained a little bit. Aside from being able to serve our residents better and more efficiently and with less stress, these facilities will also be a beacon to our community who will enjoy the services that our McAllen Metro and Parks and Recreation Department provide. I'm very proud to be part of the McAllen City Commission, joined by Commissioner Quintanilla and Commissioner Haddad, to have voted to move forward with this project for the benefit of our employees and our residents. On behalf of the Board of Commissioners and of course our Mayor Javier Villalobos, we thank you for being here, and we appreciate your support in our future endeavors in improving public transportation and mobility in our city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, and we all appreciate y'all supporting this project. To tell us more about why this project was so important to the City of McAllen, I'd like to bring up our City Manager, Mr. Roy Rodriguez.
Good morning. Thank you, Xochitl. It is a beautiful day today, isn't it? It always is in McAllen. Well, I've got some notes that I'm going to read here in a minute, but I really and in it I thank the City Commission, but I want to start with that. I want to thank the mayor and the city commissioners for moving forward with this project, and it took courage twice, right? The first one was the fact that we did a certificate of obligation for this project, and I like talking about CEOs because they're not real popular, and the reason is because that's a test of how popular you are, right? Because you don't go to the residents to ask for permission to go borrow money. A CEO is basically the city commission deciding that this is a project that's worthy of moving forward on their own, and it takes courage. And I'm not gonna laugh, but I do tell them, let's see how popular you are. And evidently they're pretty popular because they're here, and I'm very, very proud of them. Thank you so much. So today we are here to celebrate the beginning of construction of the two City of McAllen facilities on this 16-acre property for our transit department and the Parks and Recreation department. The transit department new Metro's transfer station and bus maintenance facility will sit on the remaining acres that you see here. We'll also have employee and visitor parking, public parking spaces, bus parking, wash and fuel islands, and maintenance bays. The Parks and Recreation Department new admin office and maintenance warehouse facility will also be here and will feature an administration and warehouse building, administration and visitor parking, employee parking, city vehicle parking, trailer parking, and that's not RVs, or is it RVs? I need to get my RV over here. And material storage. The total cost of this project is $12.9 million. That's the second part of the courage that it took, because we were over budget, and here we are anyway. So the Metro McAllen North Hub and Transfer Station includes funding from FTA, the Federal Transit Administration, and Texas Department of Transportation in the amount of $7.8 million. And so the remaining portion did come from the CO and other funds from the City of McAllen. The construction contract was awarded during the June 28-21 McAllen City Commission meeting to D. Wilson. Congratulations to D. Wilson for an estimated 365 working days to complete. As Mayor Pro Tem Zamora said earlier, this project is more than just about constructing a new building. These buildings will help us better serve our community, but they will also help us take care of our employees. And they're both very, very important to us. I want to thank the McAllen City Commission for agreeing to fund this project, to bite the bullet a little bit as we face rising expenses and time delays, still because of the pandemic. Their vision and understanding that starting today means that a year from now or so, we will be here celebrating the ribbon cutting ceremony. Buses will be going in and out, and our park staff will have their great admin building that we've been waiting for so long. And to our residents and our employees, I want to say thank you for putting your trust in us, in having patience in us, and for always doing everything that you can to make McAllen the greatest city in the Rio Grande Valley. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Thank you for appreciating all of our employees here at the City of McAllen. To talk about the leadership in creating this project, I'd like to bring up our city engineer, Ms. Yvette Barrera.
Thank you, Xochitl. Thank you, Xochitl. Good morning, everybody. As our city manager mentioned, this is another great day in the City of McAllen, and this is a groundbreaking for two more great projects in the City of McAllen. I'd like to welcome the design team that prepared the plans for this project, Negrete Kolar Architects, David Negrete and his team. And I'd also like to thank the team at D. Wilson Construction, Josue Reyes and his team, Billy Lee, Courtney Villarreal, and Steve Rodriguez that are here with us today. Thank you all very much for joining us. And I'd also like to thank our engineering staff. This was although it might seem as a not so complicated project, when we're working with two different departments on one site and trying to meet the needs of both of those departments, it gets somewhat complex on how those two departments are going to interact with each other on the site. And so I'd like to thank my staff, Eduardo Mendoza and Juan Martinez, who coordinated with the design team to bring this project to fruition. The project entails two major components, as Mr. Rodriguez mentioned, a new Metro transfer station and a maintenance facility, and the new administrative offices for our City Parks and Recreation Department. And this unique collaborative effort was able to be housed on this site and was done by leveraging both federal funds and city funds. And so this also goes to show another unique aspect of this project that help us to be able to accomplish the city's vision and our commission's vision for these buildings. The $7.801 million cost for the transfer station maintenance facility is located off of 23rd Street, which is going to front actually 23rd Street on this side here, and will serve as a northern hub for our McAllen Metro. And the administrative offices for our Parks Department, at a cost of $5.105 million, will be they'll be relocating their offices from Ware Road to the facility, and it'll essentially be in this area of the project site. And this total project is estimated to be completed within 365 working days, which we're looking at a completion date in March of 2023. To tell us more about the Parks facility, please welcome Denny Moline, Interim Director of Parks and Recreation. Thank you, Denny.
Good morning, everyone. And it is a great day to be here, right? It's hot and humid, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. It's a great day for the City of McAllen, for the Parks and Recreation Department and the Transit Department, because it's been a long time coming. Like City Manager said, you know, we waited for a while for this to get confirmed and to hear to this point today. And so, with that said, we wouldn't be here without a few special individuals. And so, on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Department, you know, we would like to extend our gratitude to our mayor, elected officials, and city management for their strong leadership, their continued support, and their vision for seeing that these facilities were needed here in the city for us. You know, I like to think that good things come to those who wait, and let me add, just patiently waiting. So the day is here, and we're finally here, and so you know, just extending our gratitude to our mayors and elected officials and city management is always important for me to mention that. So. However, as a department, we are very much looking forward to the completion of this Parks and Recreation Administration office on this site, and the opportunities that this new facility will create as the new hub for our daily operations are going to be truly endless. So once again, from the Parks and Recreation Department, we just want to thank you guys so much. Thank you. Before I leave, I guess I have another duty. So now I'm going to present to you guys Robert De Leon, who is the Assistant Transit Director, and we'll talk about their facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny, and good morning. Today's groundbreaking represents the combined efforts of our city's leaders and talented staff. From all of us at Metro McAllen, we'd like to thank our mayor, city commissioners, and our city manager, our assistant city managers, the various departments involved, our funding partners, which are FTA and TxDOT, last but not least, our staff and passengers for helping us to get to where we are today. It is through your support and these collective efforts that Metro McAllen continues and will continue to provide quality public transportation to current and future generations of our great city of McAllen. A lot of people, as I just mentioned, have been involved in keeping, no pun intended, the wheels going for this project. A project that will definitely keep our community on the move. You know, walking onto the site for the first time today, I've been able to visualize our facilities on this property, and let me tell you that it's going to be a beautiful addition to the city of McAllen with its unique design and aesthetics. Our new facility, as it's been mentioned, and some of its features will include a new administration office for us, a bus yard, a bus wash, a fuel island, a maintenance facility, and that's just to name a few. In all, our new bus transfer station will provide a positive transportation experience by increasing efficiency, connectivity, reducing travel times, and support our growing ridership. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert, Denny, and Yvette, for all of your leadership on these projects. So that concludes the speaking portion of the ceremony. So everyone involved with the project, if you would join the shovels and hard hats back here so we can turn the dirt and get started with this project. Thank you.
And three. Yay! Take a photo. Yeah, in the middle.